ओम ज्ञानस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं वाक्शाकल्पतरुश्चतुर्भासनभूमिश्च पितामहः वैष्णवेभ्यो जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे राम. Hare Krishna. So, Sutra 17. Yeah. Te manta pancha pancha Vishnu Varga. So, yesterday we studied different groups. So, we studied Narayana Adbhuta Varna Brahma, all the Sanskrit alphabets coming forth from Lord Narayana. Then, so all the Varnas, all the Sanskrit alphabets. Then we studied the first 14 of them, which are the vowels. They are called Sarveshwaras. The first 10, they are called Dashavataras. So Sarveshwaras excluding A and A are Ishvara. Dashavataras excluding A and A, they are called Isha. Then we studied the Ekatmaka concept. Then the short vowels are Vamana. The long vowels are Trivikrama. Then, yeah, A, I, U, they are called Ananta. Then I, U, they are called Chatursana. U, Chaturbhuja. Then A, I, O, and Au, they are called Anantas. Not Anantas. A, I, O, they are called Chaturvyuha, right. And then Anuswar Ang is called Vishnu Chakra. Visarga is called Vishnu Sarga, and then the Chapa, Vishnu Chapa is there. So, and then Kadayo Vishnu Jana, all the consonants beginning from Ka onwards, so they are called Vishnu Janas because they are dependent on the Sarveshwaras for their pronunciation. Then Te Manta Pancha Pancha Vishnu Varga. Yeah. So the Vishnu Janas from Ka to Ma. So these are the first 25 Vishnu Janas, the consonants. Arranged in 5 groups of 5 are called Vishnu Vargas. So like this. So we know these concepts: Ka Varga, Cha Varga, Ta Varga, Ta Varga, and Pa Varga. So we have these 5 Vargas. So in each Varga we have 5 consonants. So together, all of these Vargas together are known as Vishnu Varga. Vishnu Varga, collectively. And individually, they are called like Ka Varga. So Ka Varga means Ka, Kha, Ga, Gha, Nga. Cha Varga means Cha, Cha, Ja, Ja, Nya, and so forth. Ta Varga, and Pa Varga. Just remember that this A, written along with all these consonants, they are just supportive and they are not actually part of the actual consonant. So the actual consonant is just Ka, Kha, and so on. So this A is just supportive. So the pure consonant is just this Ka and all. Yes, Mataji?
Hi, Krishna. I just wanted to make sure I'm hearing you correctly. You're saying consonant, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, there's a little bit of distortion coming through, so I don't always hear things clearly from your side.
Oh, so I have a bad throat today because of...
It's not bad. It's just, it might be the mic in your computer, but there's a tiny bit of distortion. So, and it could be, I don't think it's coming from my computer because it's pretty new, but it may be.
It's sounding clear to me, but it might be the internet, not your computer. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just there's like a slight buzz when he talks, so things get a little muffled, you know? I was wondering if he had a lavalier mic, if that would make a difference, but I don't. It's okay. It's just it's like 98% instead of 100%, you know. But I just want to make sure because everything is new to me. I just want to make sure that I'm hearing clearly, and you know, I assumed it was consonant, but I wasn't hearing it 100% that way.
So I think it's fine for others, as Madhukar Pulji is saying. So maybe some internet issue from your
Okay.
side. Yeah.
Thank you.
Because the internet and the surrounding here are good enough from my edge.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, so collectively Vishnu Vargas and then individually these are Kavarga, Chavarga, ityadi. Interestingly, Panini says them, he says Kavarga as ku, Chavarga as two, Tavarga as two, Tavarga as two, and Pavarga as pu. So Kuchutu Tupu. What a name. So Kuchutu Tupu. So these are Vishnu Vargas. Then Kachatapa Hari Kamalani. So if that those five Vargas in the previous sutra, the first column. So we have these letters Ka, Cha, Ta, Ta, and Pa. So they are called Hari Kamalas. I have prepared a chart, quite a simple one, but I think it will be helpful. I'll just show it to you. So for the whole Sanya Prakaranam, I have done this, like illustrated. So these are Sarveshwaras, all 14 of them. Then the Shavataras, Chaturvyuha, Ekatmakas, Chatusana, Chaturpuja, Ananta, Isha, Ishvara. Then the special letters. Then yeah, here will come Vishnu Janas. So collectively they are known Vishnu Varga and individually Ka Varga, Cha Varga, ityadi. So the first column here, Ka, Cha, Ta, Ta, Pa, they are called Hari Kamalas together in a group. So Ka, Cha, Ta, Ta, Pa, Hari Kamalani. Then the next sutra says, interestingly, Hari Kamala, it starts with Ka, like this word, Kamala. So we can remember that Hari Kamala refers to Kachatatapa because Kachatatapa group also starts with Ka. Then the next column, the letters are Kha, Cha, Tha, Tha, Pa. So as it is starting with Kha, so they have put, Jiva Goswami has named it Hari Khadga. So Khadga starts with Kha. So here it is. Yeah, Hari Khadga, Kha, Cha, Tha, Tha, Pa. Then the next one is Ga, Ja, Da, Da, Ba, Hari Gada. So Ga, so Gada. So the fourth one, Gha, Jha, Dha, Dha, Bha, Hari Ghosha. These five letters together are known as Hari Ghosha. And the last ones, Nga, Nya, Na, Na, Ma, Hari Vena, Vaha. These five are known as Hari Venus. Hari Venus. So Gaja, Da, Ba, Hari Gada. Gha, Jha, Dha, Dha, Bha, Hari Ghosha. Nga, Nya, Na, Na, Ma, Hari Vena, Vaha. Okay. Yeah. Then, if we exclude the etad varjita Vishnu Dasa, the Vishnu Vargas, excluding the Hari Venus, are called Vishnu Dasas. So, the whole Vishnu Varga, except for the Hari Venu, so the remaining letters collectively known as Vishnu Dasa. So, Hari Kamala, Hari Khadka, Hari Gada, and Hari Ghosha, together they are called Vishnu Dasa. Vishnu Dasa. Here are they. Then ya, ra, la, va, Harimitrani. The letters ya, ra, la, and ba, they are called Harimitras. Sh, sh, sa, ha, they are called Harigotras. These four are called Harigotras. And then sh, sh, sa, shauraya. So these three, the first three letters of Harigotras, except for ha, like they are called Shauris, Shauri. And so here you can have a look again. So Harimitra is here, lava. Harigotra is sh, sa, ha, and sh, sa. These three are called Shauri, individually, separately. Shauri. Then Vishnudasa Harigotrani Vaishnavaha. The Vishnudasas and Harigotras are called Vaishnavas. What is Vishnudasa? We just did it. What's a Vishnudasa? The four columns: Hari Kamala, Hari Khadga, Hari Gada, Hari Ghosha, and the Harigotras, Sha, Sha, Saha. Together, they are known as Vaishnava, called Vaishnava. Then Hari Gada, Hari Ghosha, Hari Venu, Hari Mitrani, Hascha Gopala. Hari Gada, Hari Ghosha, Hari Venu. So Hari Gada is the third column, Hari Ghosha is the fourth one, Hari Venu is the fifth one, and the Hari Mitras, Ya, Ra, Lava, and the letter Ha. So together they are called Gopalas. Gopala. Gopala Sangya. So here are the letters. And then Yadava Anye, all the Vishnu Janas other than Gopalas. So all the Vishnu Janas except for the Gopalas, they are called Yadavas. So the remaining Vishnu Janas are the first two columns, Kacha Tatapa, Kacha Tatapa, and Shauri, Shashasa. So they are Yadavas. And if we remove even Shauri from this group, so Shauri Varjitastu Satvatah, the Yadavas excluding the Shauris are called Satvas. So if we exclude Shauri from Yadava, so the remaining two columns only, Kacha Tatapa, Kacha Tatapa, they are called Satvas. Yeah. So here also I have given this. So Vaishnava is Vishnudasa plus Harigotra. Satvata is Yadava excluding Shauri. Gopala is Harigada, Harigosha, Harivenu, Harimitra, and Ha. So Gopala. Yadava is Harikamala, Harikadga, and Shauri. I'll share this chart also in the group so you can avail of it. So these are just groups, nothing much to explain here, nothing technical. So you just need to remember them. Okay, is that fine till now? Vamano Laghu, a short vowel, a Laghu Akshara is known as Vamana. We already did that. Trivikrama Guruhu. So Vamana means a short vowel, or a short vowel is a Vamana. Same thing. Same here, a long vowel, heavy syllable is a Trivikrama Akshara. Or a Trivikrama Akshara is a Guru Varna, long syllable, long vowel. We can't call a consonant either short or long, ever. It's always a vowel that has to be short or long. Yes. Yes, Mataji?
Hi, Krishna. A heavy syllable means a stressed syllable. It gets more emphasis in pronunciation.
Yeah.
Or
Right. So long syllable, two factors mainly. One is the duration, the time, and also the effort, prayatna.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that last thing.
Yeah, so it's the difference between the pronunciation of short vowel versus the long vowel is the duration is more while pronouncing the long vowel, you know. For example, if I pronounce the short vowel for let's say a second, then it will take double the time to pronounce a long vowel.
Yeah, I understand the difference. I'm just wondering, I wasn't sure what they meant, what is meant here by heavy vowel, but I assumed that it was
Yeah,
more stressed vowel.
right.
Okay, or stressed syllable.
Hmm.
Okay, thank you.
So satsangat purvo vamanopi guru. Now there are certain situations where even a vamana letter, a short syllable, can be considered as a trivikrama varna. So there are satsanga, three situations. So there are three situations. First is if we have a vamana akshara, let's say a rama, a, which is followed by a satsanga. Now, what is a satsanga? Satsanga is a conjunct consonant. Sayukta akshara. So it is explained in next sutra what satsanga is. So mitha sanlagno Vishnu janaha satsanga sanyaha. The combination of Vishnu janas is called a satsanga. So when we have a combination of Vishnu jana, which we say sayukta akshara or conjunct consonant, so that's satsanga. Satsanga. So it says 33 sutra that a vamana that immediately precedes a satsanga is considered guru. So if we have, let's say, the word Padma, I'm just taking one example, Padma. So here this is vamana. But because this is preceding a satsanga, which is this D and the and ma. So this is considered Trivikrama now. So this is one instance. Second instance is if a Vamana Akshara is followed by a Visarga. In that case, even this Vamana Akshara is considered Trivikrama. For example, let's say Ramaha. So here this is Vamana by nature, but because of this rule, because Visarga is just following this Vamana Akshara, so this is considered Trivikrama. Then in the next one is if we have a Vamana Akshara followed by Anuswara. Yes, Anuswara, which is Vishnu Chakra. So even in that case, the Vamana Akshara is considered Trivikrama. For example, let's say Phalam. So this is by nature Vamana, but in this case considered Trivikrama. In Chandas, this knowledge is is helpful. Yeah. Okay.
Question.
Yes, Mataji.
This is going to be a stupid question. Not having studied Sanskrit at all in my life, still in the course of learning shlokas or studying Bhagavatam, you read the pronunciation guide, you hear other devotees. And so my question is that you're saying it's acting as Trivikram, even though it's by nature Vamana, but when you pronounce it, are you actively changing the pronunciation? Is it Padma? Is it Rama? Because it's very natural for people to say Padma, not Padma, right? Or so I'm asking is, do you very obviously change the pronunciation, or is it more of a theoretical thing where it's a trivium? I know it's stupid because if it's acting as something that,
like if we have to pronounce this particular word, which is Padma, so now this is considered Trivikrama, doesn't mean that we'll say it like Padma, it's still but what happens is because like Padma. So while we are pronouncing Padma, so we're naturally pausing at this point. Padma, you see, Padma. Let's say if I take this example, Pada. Now, while pronouncing this Pada, I'm not pausing at any place. It's just like one thing, Pada. So, but in this case, we are a bit of pausing here, Padma. So there we are giving a stress and it's like automatic, Padma, versus the pronunciation of Pada in this case. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Got it. Yeah. Because there's a lot of mispronunciation and people say Padma, and so I'm wondering if that's why, but no, it's not. It's just mispronunciation. Okay.
So Padma, yeah.
Thank you.
So for, yes. Okay, so for those so these are some combinations written in both Devanagari and the transliteration. So you can take advantage of it. Most of the combinations are here. Okay. Varna Swarupe Ramaha. The word Rama is used to designate a single Varna. Like in other grammars, if I have to designate or call a particular letter, let's say A, E, and so on. So they add kara. So they say it like akara, ikara, ukara. So that kara is like just is a supportive thing, just used to indicate a particular letter. So Jiva Goswami is saying that we won't use kara and so on, we'll use Rama instead. So if now on, if we have to say or designate a particular letter, let's say a, e, ka, cha, anything, whether it be a vowel or consonant, we'll use the word Rama along with the letter. So a Rama, e Rama, ka Rama, cha Rama, ta Rama, ityadi. So yes, Rama. Okay. Then tadadi dvaye dvayam. The word dvaya is used to designate the pair of varnas beginning with the varna that is mentioned. Now in the Sarveshwaras, we have 14 Sarveshwaras. So if you imagine the groups of 2 to each, so it means we have 7 groups. So a is one group, e is another, u, ri, ri, a, I, o, and o. So we have 7 groups like that. Now if we have to refer to those certain groups, so let's say I want to indicate a and a. I want to say a and a. So not every time I will say a. So Jiva Goswami gives a way, and he says that we will use the word dvaya along with the first letter of that pair. So for a and a, we will say advaya, advaya. So now advaya means a and a. Similarly, idvaya means e and e. Same with udvaya, hridvaya, dridvaya, edvaya, and odvaya. So dvaya means 2. So we use this dvaya thing with the first letter of the groups. So it's only for the Sarveshwaras, not for the consonants, this dvaya thing. Rama is for all the letters. This dvaya is only for the 14 Sarveshwaras. Okay. Just 4 more sutras for this Sangya Prakarana. Adesho Viringchihi. Substitution is called Viringchi. Then I'll explain this. Agamo Vishnu. Insertion is called Vishnu. Lopo Haraha. Deletion is called Hara. So now there are different operations, karyas in Sanskrit grammar, and 3 of them are operations. They are known as like karyas. So one is Adesha, one is Agama, one is Lopa. Adesha is referred to Viringchi. Viringchi is another name for Brahmaji. Agama is renamed as Vishnu by Jiva Goswami, and Lopa is renamed as Hara. So what do they mean grammatically? So Adesha or Viringchi stands for substitution or replacement. Agama stands for, or Vishnu stands for insertion. Lopo Haraha, it stands for deletion. These are the operations or the karyas which we'll be doing ahead throughout the grammar, beginning with Sandhi. So replacement, we understand replacing something. So in this case, replacing a particular letter and so on. Insertion is inserting some new element, some new pratyaya, prefix, and so on. And deletion of a particular letter, ityadi. I'll just give example from Sandhis. Let's say if I want to say Parama, no, let's say Maha Yukta Utsavaha. Mahayukta Utsavaha. So after doing the Sandhi by a certain rule, both of these letters, A and U, will be replaced by O. And thus it becomes Mahotsavaha. So that replacement here, A, U with O, is the Adesha or Viringchi Vidhi. You know, the Karya known as Viringchi or Adesha. We'll understand this more better in Sandhi Prakaranam, which we'll be starting with from the next class. An example of insertion is Ajopi San Abhyayatma. Let's say, take this one. San Abhyaya. So here we have 2 words, San Yukta Abhyaya. So I say this plus as Yukta. In Hindi, they say Jama. Ek jama do is equal to 3, like 1 plus 2 is 3. So Sanyukta Avyaya, so by a certain Sandhi rule, we insert an extra na here. Yeah, so that's called an insertion. That vidhi of inserting an element is called insertion. So we get San Avyaya. An example of deletion could be, let's say, Arjunaha Uvacha. Arjunaha Uvacha. So here, the first word at the end, we have this Vishnu Sarga, and then we have Uvacha. So by a certain rule, Sandhi rule, we delete this Vishnu Sarga, and we get Arjuna Uvacha. So here we have done this operation karya or vidhi of deletion, which is called lopa or hara. So Arjuna Uvacha. So we'll be dealing with these 3 karyas ahead throughout, so they will be more clearer then.
Like whenever there's an, what is it called, avagraha? That's a lopa.
That's a lopa. Yeah, that's a lopa as well. We can take that. For example, let's say ete Soham is a good example. So aham. So because of some sandhi rule, this a of aham is deleted and we get this. So the avagraha is apostrophe in English, in Roman. So soham. So this is also an example of lopa or hara. Okay, I think it makes sense to some extent. Initially.
How do you write that word? For the apostrophe?
In Devanagari?
No, in transliterated in Sanskrit.
It's just the quotation mark, the single quotation.
No, but what is the word for it?
The avagraha, the apostrophe.
How do you write that? How do you write that, please?
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Avagraha. Oh, you are taking picture? Okay, the last sutra is Sutrani Shadvidhani. So Jiva Goswami's Harinamamrita Vyakaranam is composed of sutras. We all know that. So sutras are of different categories, different categories. They are classified into. So those classifications are 6 in numbers. For example, the sutras we have been doing till now in this first section, they are sutras which are dealing with defining groups, giving names, defining. So such sutras, they are called Sangya sutras. Sangya means Namkarana, defining something. So what are those 6 kinds of sutras? The 6 kinds of sutras are Sangya, Paribhasha, Vidhi, Niyama, Atidesha, and Adhikara. So these are 6 kinds of sutras, and so Jiva Goswami is defining the first one only in this vritti. He says, Atra Namakaranam Sangya. Namkarana, we know, literally means name giving ceremony, or Namkarana Sanskar, we say, name giving ceremony. So Namkarana means name giving, defining. So Asangya Sutra creates a name. So we have done that. For example, Tatradau Chaturdasha Sarveshwaraha. The first 14 letters should be called Sarveshwara. So this is a Sangya Sutra, where we are defining or naming something. The other kinds of sutras will be explained later. So in this way, the Sangya section is completed here. Yeah. For those who are really new, things will become clearer as we will move ahead. Yeah, that's all I can say for now. So anything here, any clarifications or enlightenment?
Hi, Krishna. Would you either show that note again you were doing about the Vamana acting as Trivikrama, or else I can...
No, I will actually share this file.
Okay. Okay,
So
fine.
I'll make a Google Doc and we'll update, means we'll write there only in every class, so that it will get automatically updated every time. And I'll share the link right now after the class for this one.
Okay. Thank you.
Google Doc or Google Sheet. Google Sheet is Excel, so Google Doc. So
we're going to memorize all, like we should memorize all these 40 sutras.
Yeah, so because we didn't have anything much to explain here, so we did 40, but we won't do this much from next week onwards. But yeah, you're expected to memorize them.
Okay.
So from next week, it will be like 15 to 20. So Vijay Prabhuji, this is only for this week because
yes, Prabhu.
in Sangya, we don't have anything to explain. So how?
Yeah.
You must be knowing that. I always have problem in like the first week of any batch because like devotees are like, Prabhuji, you said 15, 20, but it's like 35, 40. Yeah. So this is only
Yes,
for this week.
yesterday you were saying 25.
Yeah, actually, I was saying, but that was like to give some santvana for some pacify. But to be frank, next week onwards, we'll be like sticking to 15 to 20 sutras, because then we'll have technicalities, some examples, karyas, and much to do there.
Mhm.
So yeah, so hope you'll bear it. So just the first week, this thing. Yeah.
Okay, so wait, what dates do we have to recite all 40 by?
You
What
memorize them, and I'll post a link by tomorrow or the day after. So each week by Sunday you will have to submit it.
Okay, Sunday.
Each week by Sunday, you'll have to submit your like recorded video where you're reciting. And please, if you can do the video recording you will post. So first you can compress that file, because otherwise what happens, the video files, each file is like 200 MBs, 300 MBs, 500 MBs. And my inbox, it gets full just in like 2 weeks or 3 weeks. So
Okay.
if you can compress and put it, then
You can just upload it on. You can just upload it on YouTube. And
no,
you can
not on,
find it.
not on YouTube. I will post a link. There you will
Okay.
have to.
So the 40 this Sunday or next Sunday?
Okay, for this 40 and the sutras for the next week, you can submit it by the next Sunday, because like 40 are much. Yeah, the next Sunday you can take your time for this. So we won't do 40. We will stick to 15 to 20 from next week. So
Okay, let me make sure I understand, please. 40, we've just gone through 40 now for next Sunday. And then next week also 15 or 20?
right.
So it's going to be 55 or 60.
Yes. Yeah. So only this week you will have to put some extra effort. So yeah. So please.
Okay.
So that's why actually I didn't do 4 classes a week. I did 3. So that after, so this was, I learned this from Vijay Prabhu actually. He suggested in one class. So one day we study, another day we have a break, then we study, then we have a break. So alternative days we study and we get breaks to digest what we are studying actually. So hope it will work nicely. 3 days pattern. So yes, any enlightenment, Vijay Prabhuji, on this?
Sorry?
Yes, Prabhuji. I think this is a good pattern. It gives us gap for it to go back and catch up as well.
Yeah, so actually I thought of your statement once you told, so keeping in mind I did this. So I hope it works well. Yeah. Okay, so we'll resume on Tuesday. So by then, please try to get the terminologies, the sangyas, like Vaishnava, Sarveshwara, Ishvara, Isha, and so on. And I'll share that chart also. And Madhukar Puji is also preparing those pictures, artistic things.
I don't know. I just did that today because I don't know.
It's fine. I mean, better.
I'm not going to go everything though. I'm too busy.
So better things.
Yeah.
So anything which can absorb us. Okay, so we'll resume on Tuesday. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hi, Krishna. Thank you.